Hey guys, Brix back with another LEGO Transformer review, and it does seem that I might have this Beast Wars bug. I don't know, but I mean, a couple of you guys have requested Cheetor, so figured why not, take a crack at it, and it was coming out pretty good, so I ran with it. So there might be a couple of more on the way. We'll see. I still have a ton of stuff from Brickfest to show. But today we have, I guess, part 2 of my whole Beast Wars continuity, LEGO Transformer Cheetor. Let's check him out. Okay, so here we have Cheetor, looking pretty cool. Looking very, very nice. I tried to hide as much blue as possible. I was even tempted to take a little black dry erase marker and just make a bunch of spots, but I didn't want to mess up my Lego. So as far as articulation and cheetah mode or beast mode, let's see, with the head we do have it pivoting on stud friction. It has lots of different points of articulation. It could look up from here, like so. It could look up from here. Can it look down? That is the question. Oh, yes it could. Look at that. That is really cool. I never even tried that yet. It could kind of crouch its head down, for when it's running and stuff like that. So tons of articulation there just in the head alone. As far as the front legs, full 360 at that joint, full 360 at this joint. Of course, we got some elbow right there, a little I guess paw tilt. For the hind legs, pretty much all the same from there. You can't really get this half to go up any further, so that's pretty much as far as that goes, but we do have where the bottom part can move up, move back and forward. And just kind of keep that low when we do that, and more paw tilt. Not much to speak of at the waist, due to transformation and such, but for the gun tail, this does move around. It's on like a Mixel ball pin right there, so I can move all sorts of ways, and you can kind of shift these accordingly, depending on how you want to use that. So that is pretty much it for cheetah mode. Very nice, very nice. So to get started, might as well take off the weapon, kind of shift these little kind of call them like grill pieces to me. Shift them all the way up, and then from there you kind of just rip the cheetah in half, right? Because that's how all Cheetors work. But basically you just want to slide that off of the tail pin right there, set that off to the side. Next we're going to fold this pin to the back so that it doesn't look weird and stuff. And we are going to get started on the legs. So let me zoom out for you guys so you can see everything. So for the legs, we're going to move it out like that. Start straightening out that side. Fold that out like so, right there. Got some of these nice little Mixel pins, the Maxi-Fig hands. And then from there, you could rotate this. It's so tight. About 90 degrees. And then what I like to do is take this yellow 2x2 round flat and just rotate it up to make it just a little more centered. And it'll show a little bit more of the blue detail right there. Very nice. Then we're going to take the ankle pivot right there, fold it up like so, and then fold the foot in right there. And there we already have the foot for robot mode, and that's one leg done. So do the same on the other side really quickly. Now rotate this out like so. Rotate at the knee. Make sure nothing comes off. Get this little piece right there tilted up. Tilt the back of the leg. Little toesies. And there we have both legs of Cheetor done. And it stands fairly well. So the top, this is where it's going to get wild and crazy. But we're going to just finish off the little crotch area right here with this, and we'll do that finishing touch later so that it's not like fragile during the transformation, because we're going to pieces are going to be flying all over the place. No parts forming though. We don't allow that. So for the Cheetor arms, I just want to rotate them so that everything is facing the same direction. Do that on the other side. Really nice. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, let's see if I can remember everything, right? So we're going to take this whole center console or center piece right there and rotate it down on these hinges, and then we're going to rotate this one all the way back. Kind of see where the head is going to come out. Very similar mechanism that I did for Optimus Primal, where the whole head kind of switches around. With that being said, we're going to rotate the cheetah head up and over like that. Ultimately, it's going to rotate about 180 degrees. So right now, we're just trying to get things out of the way. Next thing we're going to do is take these two panels, bring them down. Only about that far, because we just got to get things out the way. Next thing that we're going to do is take these panels right here and fold them up. And well, you want to do one at a time, because the next step is going to be folding out the forearm like that, so that the arm is sticking out straight, like so. And while this one is down, you can kind of begin folding it out a little bit and then raise it up. Fold it out all the way. Easy breezy. Let's get it kind of like nice and flush with everything. So it'll look like a hot mess at this point right here. Now at this point, this is when you want to rotate the little cheetah head. Make sure it's nice and flush. And that's fine right there. Next thing you want to do is begin rotating. I got these Technic pins right there. They're 1x1 Technic Brix. Oh, before that also, because you might have a little clearance issue with these little nubs right here. Let's see if I can get it to where you guys can see. See these little nubs for the hinges right there, right there? You might get a little clearance issue, so you want to just wiggle them out slightly on the mixer pins. And at that point, it should give us enough clearance to start rotating stuff. Like so. Very nice. And what you want to do from here, lift the head up on the little T-joint. And this is going to be the crazy part, because we have to get clearance for these midsections right here. So what we're going to do with that is hold it down and rotate 180 degrees. Like so. So we're basically rotating it around to the other side without breaking anything. So there's like a jumper on the front and bottom of the plates. And it rotates actually with no problem. With the greatest of ease. Just kind of tighten everything, make sure it's nice and secure. And then what we'll begin doing is continue rotating the middle section if we can. Try to get wonderful clearance. Lift the head up like that. And then from there, kind of just rotate everything like so. So that's kind of where we want to be with stuff. Make sure you guys can see everything. So now, the next thing that we need to do, let's see. Actually, we want to rotate that a little bit more. So lift the head back up like that. And then lift that up there so that it kind of covers those two studs right there. And then continue rotating. Now that's perfect right there. Because ideally you want the back of that to show, and then that's when you know everything is right. So you're going to fold this back up right there. Very nice. And now we're going to rotate the cheetah shoulders back around to just right there. Just to where like the flat part is meeting this piece right there. And then we could take the legs and kind of bring them down like so, because he has the whole crisscross thing going on in the back. So do the same for that shoulder, and then bring the little cheetah arm down and around, and now they're chilling in the back like that. Once again, make sure everything's nice and secure. Next thing you're going to do is rotate on these maxi fig hands right there, those ball joints. And you want to bend the arms down slightly just to be able to get clearance from everything going on up there. Oh, broke a little bit, and that's fine. We got this far without anything breaking. So that's where we're at with the arm. You can see the elbow, very nice tight joints, super dupe. Do the same on the other side. Just bend it down a little bit. Just rotate that maxi fig hand. Make sure everything is nice and tight. And then you can pose that up. I'm gonna take the head right here, rotate it 180 degrees. And I kind of like the tolerance on the black T-joints a little better because they're not as grippy. You know, there's less clutch. Then we're going to take these panels right here and fold them up, and that'll kind of finish off the chest like so. And for finishing touch, we take the little crotch piece, slide it down on this blue jumper plate, and I think we are done. Very nice. And there we have Cheetor. Kind of do a little zoomy. Very nice. Looking pretty good. So let's get him center stage over there and adjust it so we could do a nice little spin. See Cheetor in his robot mode. And I put like some of the, oh, he fell. Jesus. Shouldn't fall. Should be fine. I think it's really just my table that things fall like that. But the point that I was trying to make is that I use some of the yellow grill pieces to let the black show through to kind of simulate, you know, the black spots, and doing a couple of black pieces here and there just to, you know, kind of say, hey, you're supposed to have some black in there. It's not just a yellow cat. I think I have to find a smoother way to do the spins. That way they're not like shaking the figure or anything like that. But always room for improvement. Now for his gun, which was a little cheetah tail at one point, already has the handle on it right there. Pretty simple design, nothing fancy. And we could take Cheetor, place the gun in his hand right there, nice and easy, and he is all set I'm going to set them off to the side and try to get some size comparisons done, because we definitely do have Optimus Primal still hanging out in the studio. Nice. And it's a good size ratio, because, you know, Optimus Primal is a big beefy bot. Cheetor is just a little bit smaller than him, I believe. Kind of only really caught like the first half of Beast Wars when it first came out like 1,000 years ago, so, but it's still, you know, relatively deluxe scale in, you know, in relation to what I build. So I think that's a pretty good size comparison right there. Let's get this big guy out the way. And we have to go over articulation in robot mode, I believe, right? So let's zoom out a little bit. Articulation in robot mode. I try to, you know, do articulation stuff for like new molds and designs. If I did a repaint, I mean, you guys already seen it, but for the, I guess, hips, the leg can move forward about that much, and all the way back like so. Try to make sure nothing falls apart. He's not really delicate, but I mean, there's really nothing securing the back part of all this going on. It's just really the top of the angular plate. For the knee, we'd have to move the little cheetah paw out the way, and then we have full articulation of that. Oh, 90 degrees right there. We got some foot tilt or foot bend, and then all of this kind of acts as like a faux ankle rocker, so you could kind of like, you know, tilt outward or inward depending on, you know, how you have them standing and stuff. So when you have them, let's get everything nice and tight, standing wide, then you could get them like, you know, getting a real nice tilt right there. It's almost as like he has like a double jointed hip, because it rotates out like so, and that's the easier way, or it just rotates slightly on the ball mechanism. So, and of course for arms, also on the same ball joint, had a bunch of them. It gets all the way out like so. There's really no 360 on this guy, only because of all this backpack going on right there. So you can move his arm pretty much full 270 range about, but just can't go back that way, or maybe 180 range, what I wanted to say. As far as his head, he could look up, he could look down into his own chest, as if anybody really does that in real life. And then, you know, got the full 360 going on right there. Very nice. Nothing really at the wrist, but he does have very good double bended or double jointed elbow. Not really double jointed, but it's just a hinge piece. Try to take a cue from a line bender there with these elbows. I mean, it's way better than having the mixel connected to another mixel, because then you only really get just over 90-degree bend with that. So I mean, these aren't bad at all. It's really cool, and it serves a good purpose for, you know, in cheetah mode. I don't really think I need to go over articulation for the legs and the back, because they're doing what they're supposed to do. So that is pretty much it. Let me get this guy standing back the way that he's supposed to without falling. Very nice. Be nice. Be a good kitty cat. Good kitty cat. Very nice. So this is BX Brix, thanking you guys once again for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting as always. You know, we got the second part of the Beast Wars thing that I got going on right now. I definitely want to get these other guys done from Brickfest, so stay tuned for that. Keep in mind, if you want to get instructions for Cheetor or any of my other awesome Lego Transformers, swing by BrixMediaStudios.com and pick them up today. I just uploaded probably a good several of them last night, including Optimus Primal. Now that this video is up, I'll probably get this done maybe tonight, if not tomorrow. I got some more Dinobots up there, and just other things that have had videos but didn't have the instructions available yet. So I had to stop slacking. But I'm also, keep in mind, if there's anything you want me to make, that you don't see on this channel or on my website yet, email me at bxbrix1@gmail.com, and I'll try to knock that out for you. All right, so I will see you guys next time. Peace.